Want access to over 1,300 licensed games on your iiRcade? If you have the Team Encoder USB enabler, you can now install Antstream Arcade and run games like Mortal Kombat, the Metal Slug series, Pac-Man, Fatal Fury, Earthworm Jim, Flea, and more. Antstream Arcade is a streaming game service that offers both free and paid subscriptions. They have titles from a variety of arcade publishers and console game devs including Namco, Warner Brothers, Data East, SNK, and Taito. You'll recognize a lot of the titles from the old iiRcade library, but they also have many games that were never released for the iiRcade. They even have games from indie devs. All of the games are licensed and 100% legal. In addition, Anstream offers features like save states and special in-game challenges. Antstream Arcade also runs tournaments and other events. Installing Antstream Arcade on your iiRcade is easy. However, please note that anything you do to your iiRcade is your responsibility. I'm not responsible if this app somehow messes up your system or causes it to overheat. While I personally haven't had any problems with the Antstream Arcade app over the week or so that I've been testing it, I cannot guarantee that you'll have the same experience. Okay, let's get started. These instructions assume you have already installed the USB enabler board and downloaded the Mystery Interstellar Arcardian application from the Team Encoder website. You will also need a wired keyboard hooked up to the USB host port of your USB enabler board. You'll only need this for setup. You won't need to keep it permanently attached. Step 1. On your PC, create an Antstream Arcade account if you don't already have one. You can sign up for a free or a paid account. Step 2. Download the Antstream Arcade APK for Android. I found the current APK over at APK Pure. Step 3. Use the Mystery Interstellar Arcardian software to configure and install the APK. I grabbed this image from the Antstream Arcade website and saved it as a JPEG. I didn't bother making a button configuration image as the buttons for each game will vary. Name your category and your app. Select APK under game type. I used 8-way for joystick. Default inputs are fine, just make sure you see that the button Start under joystick 2 is assigned to key code button Start. There's a known bug where sometimes this isn't the case. Build your iiGames zip. Step 4. Install it to your iiRcade. Step 5. Open the app. Here's where the keyboard comes in. The on-screen keyboard does not work with the iiRcade joystick and buttons, so you'll need to use the wired keyboard to input your username and password. The good news is that even if you overwrite the app with a new install later, the username and password should be saved. After this is done, you can disconnect your keyboard. And that's it. You now have access to over 1,300 games. The iiRcade joysticks and buttons should work perfectly for both Player 1 and Player 2 for all but a few games. You use the joystick to select your game and press A to start or B to go back to the previous menu screen. Press the Player 1 button to insert a coin and to start the game. Once in a game, you can use the coin button on your iiRcade to bring up the Antstream Arcade menu, which will allow you to save your game, view the controls for your game, or exit back to the menu. My experience has been great with the iiRcade plus Antstream Arcade combo so far. Nearly all games work for both Player 1 and Player 2. A few things to note, however. For some reason, Zombies Ate My Neighbors does not seem to work for 2 players in the Genesis version. Fortunately, the Super Nintendo version is also available on the Antstream Arcade and works great for 2 players. Smash TV and Robotron work, but not with twin-stick controls. Instead, you'll need to use the buttons to fire in different directions. Pressing the A button fires down, the B button fires left, and the C button fires right. For some reason, Total Carnage and Black Widow don't work the same way and aren't really functional. Other than those few issues, Antstream Arcade is a fantastic addition to the iiRcade and an easy way to experience games you may have missed, like the Double Dragon trilogy, and games that never made their way onto the cab, like Mortal Kombat, Metal Slug, and Pac-Man. I've used Antstream Arcade on PC, NVIDIA Shield, Fire Stick, and Fire Stick over OTG on my iiGames Legends Ultimate. Using it on the iiRcade is one of the best ways to play, and an easy way to breathe new life into your cabinet with licensed games. With new games added weekly, online multiplayer for select titles, and tournaments for the community, it's also a great way to keep the iiRcade spirit of gaming and discovery alive.